Typically in Boxcutter, the usage of precision is a little difficult due to the lack of precision when it comes to Boolean modifiers. For example, if I press Alt W, we start Boxcutter and we're already in dots mode. So I'm going to just start here with the shape and we're just going to draw it over to the center, and basically we are doing what's called a hot line, which is where we are precisely cutting along something that we're not supposed to be cutting. And because we're in fast, this is problematic. In fact, you can see the cut not appearing. So if I press Alt E, we're now in exact and the cut is able to go through. But if we go back to fast, which is the default, we see that precision isn't there by default, but it is something that we want to deal with, and especially because of the exact modifier being present, we want to do something in relation with snapping. So I'm going to just perform a cut here, and what I'm going to do is go under the snapping panel and we see this new option for mesh element, and we want to snap to vert, and then we see a second option that will basically set it to jump to exact the moment that you snap to element. So I'm just going to draw a shape and we'll extrude down, but instead I will hold control and hover. Let me move it so you can see it, and you see this dot appearing. That means that I'm now snapping to that element. So basically it's just a new way to work just a little more precise in case you are wanting to. For example, we are now just snapping to these places, just cutting, and really that's all there is to it. Sometimes you need to be able to cut with precision, and we're just letting you know that we are taking some steps in that direction, even though Blender itself doesn't necessarily like precision. In fact, we see here that the system still needs work because occasionally it will just miss the face by possibly a hair's hair. And this is something that we should do something about, but it very much is a struggle, especially because dealing with the offset and the extrude at the same time dynamically in the middle of an operation while maintaining the rules of keeping this sticking out of the surface but keeping this also sticking precisely into the surface begins to get a little complicated on a programming level. But just letting you know that mesh element snap is something that we are still working on and we look forward to improving in the future. But for now, if you have it on, you are able to just hold control and just instantly snap to a element inside of the shape that you're currently cutting in order to perform the operation.